G'day everybody and welcome back. Last week's video was pretty ordinary and I understand that, but I had to go to Canberra and I've got to go to Canberra again this coming week. So it's Friday today and yeah, got to go back up there on Tuesday, which works in really well because there's a viewer that lives about 2 hours from here who's contacted me and asked if I could do a quick job for him. Yeah, when I'm going back up to Canberra on Tuesday, I've got to go right past where he lives. So he's got a machine shop as well. I'm not too sure what gear he's got, but his milling machine runs 40 taper. Some that are the drawbars 16 mil and some of them are 5/8. So what he's asked me to do, instead of swapping drawbars every time he changes out the arbor, is to make some adapters or plugs or whatever you want to call them. So he wants 5 with a 16 mil thread and 5 with a 5/8 mil thread, 5/8 national coarse thread with a 10 mil thread in the end. So one drawbar does all his arbors. This is one I've just made up. It's got to have 2 flats put on it so you can just nip it up into the arbor. Yeah, pretty simple job. Just single point thread them. Yeah, that's the mission done, so 5 of each. Also in this video, I'm going to give a bit of a health update of what's going on and what's sort of going on next. So anyway, we'll get stuck into it. First diameter's down to 16 mil or fraction under, and 21.5 mil long. So now we have to thread that. Set the gearbox to 2 mil pitch, which is B6. So I'm just going to leave the half nut engaged and just sort of extract the tool fairly quick when I come up to this shoulder. say that was good enough. Rightio, so now we have to drill and tap for an M10. Right, okay, I'm using these new taps I bought. These are UFS taps made in Italy. So far with what I've done with these taps, I've bought from M4 up to M10. Not cheap, but so far they've been absolutely brilliant. Worth spending the money. Definitely worth spending the money. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to swap over tools and just go and take a little slight kiss off this face. Just like that. So move along 3. Then we'll move along 25.5. That'll leave me 1/2 mil to remove later. Right, we'll have a crack at this. That's going to be hot. There's a little culprit. I should just pull another one out and get the next one up to this stage, but I'll finish this one off now. So I've got 0.64 to come off this one. Bloody beautiful. So this should measure 25mm on the knocker, or as close to. Not bad. I am going to make another 2 of those because I've already made 3, and that'll be all the 16mm ones complete. If you want, I'll just time lapse the next one. There it is. There it was. There it is. So that took roughly around 20 minutes, 25 minutes roughly. I didn't go flat out, but I didn't sort of stuff around either. Okay, I'm just going to interrupt this video quickly. As you've probably already guessed, I do watch a lot of engineering type videos, like machining videos on YouTube. I don't normally watch normal TV. I just watch YouTube all the time. That's how I learn as well. But I do have a pretty big interest in trucks and tractors, things like that. Now, there's a couple of channels I've been watching fairly heavily for a fair while now, and I reckon you would probably enjoy them too. A couple of Aussie channels, and they are down to earth blokes. There's no crap, and that's what I like too. I like the genuine. I like videos being presented in a genuine way. The channels I've been watching are Steve's Place Down Under. Now, both these channels I will put a link in the description. Steve's Place Down Under is absolutely brilliant. He collects, he's got a major collection of tractors, and the collection's growing all the time. But the good thing about what he does is he gets them running again, gives them another lease of life. Like, you'll have like I reckon 90% of his collection actually have been running. So go and check Steve out. He's just a genuine bloke. There's no crap on his channel. It's just, he says it how it is. Go and check Steve out. Tell him at his workshop sent you over. And the other guy that I have been watching pretty heavily is Jake from Diesel Down Under. Now, with Jake, you don't know what he's going to bring home next, but he's been doing up this old W model Kenworth that he saved out of a farmer's shed that had been sitting there for 20 years. And Jake is just a genuine fella that there's no crap in his videos either. He just says it how it is, and he's very passionate about doing stuff up, making sure it's right. He doesn't shortcut things, in my view. So go over and say good day to Jake and tell him I sent you over too. Yeah, I think you'll really enjoy both these channels, because I know I thoroughly do. Thanks guys, back to the video. Okay, we're up to doing the 5.811 adapters now. So it's the same process, it's just instead of an M16 thread, it's got a 5.811. Perfect. Got to be happy with that one. Just had to go and mow the lawns. Wasn't that a ball of fun? Because it started raining. Then as soon as I stopped mowing, guess what? The rain stopped. I figured out I was parting off a lot slower spindle speed and sort of giving me a bit of grief. And as soon as I sped it up, what's that, 650? Yeah, just keep it feeding. It feeds quite well. As you can see, the chips have come off they're hot, which is natural, but it's parting off really nicely. Okay, we're going to put the flats on these, just 2 spanner flats. Going to use 22mm spanner. So I've done one, just to get the depth through it, and it's pretty spot on actually. So I've got a stop set up on the, actually I'll show that when I've finished the job. That was sent in by a viewer, and I made one long time ago. I think I made a video on it. I gave that one to Trevor and kept this new flash one for myself, and geez, it's nice. A little bit of wobble, but here's what it is. They're only going in once, get done up once, and then they're staying in the arbor, so it'll do. Well, that was the last one. I just got to deburr them all now. A little feather bit on that back edge of the cut. Just soften it, and then mission's complete. There we go, 16mm, 5/8. Didn't come up too bad. So these are the vice stops that a viewer sent in. I'm not going to say his name because I haven't asked if it's okay to or not. But he's included some brass set screws in this one, and also spring-loaded ball type set screws. I don't know whether your camera's going to pick that up. You do it up in the ball, spring loaded inside there. Absolutely beautiful job. I don't know if he has a surface grinder, but I believe that's straight off his fly cutter. You'd almost think it was straight off a surface grinder. But they've got a few marks in them, been sitting in the box, but thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate those. Well, this is a section of the video you guys have been waiting for quite a long time. And I'm happy to announce that I'm currently in remission. I had a PET scan a couple of weeks ago, and according to the results, there's not a trace of cancer in me now. In saying that, there is a fairly big chance I can relapse into it again, but we won't know that until it happens. And moving forward, I've got to have, for the next 2 years, I've got to go back every 3 months for checkups. And then a further 2 years after that is every 6 months. And then hopefully we should be right after that, all going well. But I dare say after the 4 years there's going to be checkups after that as well. But that's the next 4 years sorted out. I've started seeing an endocrinologist. I think that's how you say it. It's a word about this long that I can't say real well. But started seeing one of them. I've got a few other issues they want to try and sort out, but that's going to entail a lot of trips to Canberra, a lot of tests. So I want to thank everybody for the support that you've all thrown my way in the comment section and emails. Absolutely incredible. I'd hate to think how many comments and emails I've answered over the past few months. It's been mind-blowing. All positive, absolutely 100% positive. So thank you, everybody. It's certainly helped me get through it all. And I wasn't aware until all this happened that the amount of people that are dealing with cancer, it's staggering. And the staff in the hospitals, they're on their next level. They are unbelievable. So the whole experience, as much as it was bad, there was a lot of good things that come out of it too. So there's always a positive in every negative. So I found out and worked out. So thank you, everybody. Thankfully we're over this hurdle. We've just got to get over the next hurdle, and then hopefully it'll be plain sailing for a while. Anyway, it was really good news. I'm stoked. Sort of a lot of stress gone now, and we can get on to hopefully a bit of normal life in between all these other tests. Anyway, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed the video too. Sort of last couple of videos, well, last week's video and this week's sort of only small tiny jobs, but sort of getting everything else organised and sorted out. So that's the way it is. Anyway, thanks guys. Just a bit of an extra on the end of this video. I've been to Canberra today, and I dropped them adapters off to the viewer that asked me to do them. He was absolutely over the moon with them, to the point where he actually gave me a couple of gifts. Now, I didn't want anything for doing them. I just done it as a mate thing. I'll bring you around and I'll show you what he gave me. So this first gift he gave me is a Mitsutoyo mag base and a Mitsutoyo indicator, metric too. So I've only got one other metric dial indicator, and that was a viewer gift as well, a Mitsutoyo one with a 30mm travel. So this is an absolutely beautiful indicator. It's super smooth, and yeah, I'm stoked. And I'll just bring the other one in and show you what else he gave me. So what he's done, I stuck it on this mag base, but he went and bought a Mitsutoyo test indicator. How cool is that? Top mount dial, which, well, that's what I call them, top mount dial. Metric, where I've only had imperial test indicators. The other test indicators I've had have had the dial sort of, they've been a narrow body, or narrow body if you want to call it that, and a little dial. So this one here I can actually read pretty good, and it's metric. So as you know, I've been converting over to metric. But yeah, Mitsutoyo again. So absolutely stoked. I didn't want anything for doing the job for him, and he said, no, these are viewer gifts, mate. These are a gift to you. So, mate, truly appreciate these. And it was bloody awesome to meet you too. We spoke on the phone a couple of times, and yeah, finally got to meet him in person.